She sighs.
I bet you're the musical sort. You've thought about taking up the lute. I got a few ready to go, all freshly strung. Oh, wonderful. It's like I always said. Everyone's got a melody in them. You just gotta look. My brother Laszlo couldn't carry a tune in a bucket when he was a wee thing. Now, he's got the voice of an angel. He's all right then, yeah? That's Laszlo, all right. If he had the blues, you'd never know it. Nothing kept his big smile from brightening the darkness. I hate the Magisters for what they'd done. Stole me brother. Stole me heart. I keep going though, hoping to get to Ark sooner than later. Lucian's Day crowds will be wanting some musical trifles. Useful? Ah, you mean deadly. Used to make bows and fletch arrows, but left that hobby behind. Oh, I'd say you cut me to the bone, but the truth is more like a bludgeon, ain't it? Maybe I could do my part to help your efforts. Come back later then. I need a bit of time to carve something useful.
Buying or selling?
24 noblemen for insubordination.
Buying or selling?
Divine order to march against the ancient empire.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hear ye! Hear ye! Bishop Alexander was slain by singers. Culprits at large.
Much obliged. Cheers. You're very nice. That's a spit. Much obliged. Cheers. Putty for a penny, you can sing him a love song, and you're very nice.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit your ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as...
Here I still am, and here yes? Have you anything to report? You mean to say that carrot-cutting, cow-cooking elf has been killing Magis...
Help us, I ain't well in right.
The Magister's jaw is tightly clenched as he stares out of the window. He senses you.
What? Well, do you know anything? Stop wasting my time. Those tinkerers all look the same. When?
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
Bilson, my inkwell is dry.
Of course,
Fetch me
sir.
some more.
Right away.
For a while longer yet.
But Mom!
It snaps at your hand. It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within it. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog gives you a long, hard... The dog goes to bite your hand, and he licks your hand and grins. Then he turns to his master, gives him one loud bark of protest, and leaves.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind, could I?
He gives you a cool look, then rummages in his...
That's your lot. Go on, then. Get lost, you freeloader. Penny for a sick dog, people. Go on there. Penny. Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. Then get out of the way. Penny for a sick dog.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Ancient runes, weird contraptions. This place is an arcanist's dream.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns.
Weird contraptions? This place is an arcanist's dream.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken? Then it's time to smarten up. This responsibility isn't one of the meek, the selfish, or, in your case, the ignorant. No, becoming the divine means taking on the power of all the gods and the responsibility for all the races. The divine was created by the gods to shelter us from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else. Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your visions, as the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded.
Deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. I was worried you weren't coming. No need to get rude. I come bearing a gift. Look into my eyes. There. Now wait. Wait. Ah, now speak the spell and see what I've got.
There. That's a bit more familiar. So, go on. Pretty fantastic, isn't it? You're a step closer toward becoming like one of them now. One of the gods, Losa dear. Come on, keep up. You can see spirits now. Try it next time you cut some innocent to bits. You'll be able to find out just what their sweet little soul thinks of you. Certainly. And here I am, all by my lonesome. The other Godwoken will find one of the 7 hiding out in their souls, you know. Shriveled, half-dead gods looking to steal source from their chosen in exchange for the power to see spirits. I wouldn't be so quick to differentiate. Let me tell you a little something about the 7. They need source, and they're running out of it. Soon enough, they'll be little more than dead, dry husks, light enough to knock down with a puff of air. That is, unless they get help. Why would they want you? You think the gods have any use for a 2-bit singer with a parade of unpredictables marching through her head? You may be Godwoken, but that doesn't make you worthy. But that doesn't matter, Losa. I saw something special in you. Something they didn't see. That's potential. Look what you can do. You can bless. You can see the spirits of the world. When will you believe that all I want is to see you, to see us, succeed? The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching them in ways I only dreamed were possible. Drop by drop, they drain away, and your path. The gods have gone into hiding within your fellow Godwoken. They seek to become what we are, stronger together, unstoppable together. But we are far ahead of them already, and I know where we must go next. The Well of Ascension. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? You're smarter than you look. It's a lake, really. A pool of pure source in which the powers of the 7 lie united. The 7, fools that they are, each gave up half their powers to create the first divine. To bathe in the lake is to become divine. We'll do more than that, though. Feeling thirsty. They thought that having a single divine to unite them would aid in the fight against the void. But look at them now. Weak, fragmented, desperate. Even weaker than I expected. The void is nearly here. You need to go to the Well of Ascension and absorb the source of the 7. All of it. Then you'll become a god. How does that sound? Without me, You would have died in a shipwreck before you even got to Fort Joy. I have been good to you, Losa. Remember that. The world needs someone to safeguard it against the void. With the powers of the gods, you'll do a great job. Don't you think? Much the same as it is now. I'll be your advisor, your helpmate. And in return, you'll ensure my survival in the new order of things. For make no mistake, a new order is coming. Whatever you want, you'll be in charge. You fret so much about others. I do hope one day you'll learn to let go and think of yourself. Let me show you what comes next. We'll make our way to the lake, but not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the Source. You'll need to learn to speak the language of creation itself. It won't be easy. You'll need to find tutors, masters of the Source. People who can teach you to increase the volume of Source you can control. Few remain, and the ones who do have been driven to the brink of survival. The Order has made certain of that. Still, I have full faith in you, Losa. You'll find them, and you'll convince them to teach you. Once you have, find me here again. We'll move forward from there. I'd expect nothing less. Soon enough, though, you'll realize that you can do as I say, or get consumed by the void, or a vengeful Godwoken. Your call. Till next time, darling.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
The Meister's eyes flash with fury, but she holds her tongue and steps back.
You are not a pile of ash, so the ritual was a success, albeit partially. You had all the material requirements, so I can only assume your source was lacking. That is unfortunate. I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of the purging which the Magisters included as part of their service. Not enough to silence me. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters, not sorcerers, that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to. Were the circumstances any different, I would indeed agree. However, it is the path we walk. No,
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them. And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Your focus, your only focus must... My, you have been a busy little... You may need to visit several of them.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens. A dark...
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon.
The spirit of an elegant...
You... I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders. Such Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not Godwoken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power.
hero.
Prepare yourself!
Stew is good, if you think you need it.
My career is at stake. I've sent Magister Barwin to look into your tale, stranger. You're certain it was her? I won't allow for any doubt. I won't let my reputation be tarnished by a task left. Divine be praised, then. A set here.
He hands you a pouch of gold before...
You doing okay, boy of mine?
Ma, I'm fine.
Fine, Fab, you're a hero. You doing okay, boy of mine?
Ma, I'm fine.
Fine, Fab, you're a hero.
Come on, can't I go and play with the others?
No can do, chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
But Ma...
To think, someone had the nerve to murder Magister.
Get you something, friend.
And I learned that a heart
Not
is
right
a
now.
glorious thing. Owning a heart is a glorious thing.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah? You're good with the Magister's caging
When the
anyone?
mornings are darkest and my crown tolls the terrible knell, when the beer ate my soul and there's tar in my wishful mind's well, I look to the day I heard closer than many tongues sing.
Beat you on the arse.
Hey, Rudy, Nova.
Imagine all of the weathers and sun hill.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah? You're good with the Magister's caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw 'em in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you'd know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
You've got enough in front of you. Ill.
An elf collects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets. They know the past, so future may be bright. but threatened by the void, they rise together, chasing off the darkness with the light.
Right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the greater
You've got
good.
enough in front of you. I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
An elf collects the wisdom of the ages.
You needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Until later, then.
Out for a return visit, are you?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, cunt, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yup.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Have you holding up?
Not in any sense to talk about it.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Bishop Alexander was slain by Seekers. Culprits still at large.
Smells worse over here than a dozen
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.